yogis! This is Jillian checking in from Bali. I'm going to be guiding you through a 30-minute yoga sequence, focusing on opening our hips, strengthening nearby muscles, and releasing tension. So we're going to begin here seated on the mat, grounded through the sit bones, lengthen through the spine and the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and place the palms on the top of the knees, facing up, open to receive. Just going to begin breathing deeply here. We start to center ourselves before our practice. And whenever you're ready, we'll come to a tabletop position on all fours. We're going to move through the spine as we inhale, drop the belly, gaze towards the sky. And exhale, round the spine, arching the back here. We're just going to press the mat away. Same thing, inhale, arch the spine, gazes up. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, spread through the shoulder blades here. Just take a few rounds of cat and cow at your own breath, your own pace. Option to find a little movement here, making this your own practice. Finding new ways to move, different areas of the body, and moving with the breath. Okay, and whenever you're ready, you'll just come to a neutral spine. We're going to warm up the hip here, so inhale, right leg comes up parallel to the mat, bend the knee, and start creating circles with your kneecap. So keeping the hips and the shoulders square to the mat, we're just going to fire up that hip joint, creating movement here. Nice and slow, and reverse the circle. Getting the full range of motion here as we move throughout the entire hip crease. And exhale, lower the leg, same thing on the right side. So we're going to inhale, right leg comes up, bend at the knee, and start to make your movement. Even weight distributed through the hands. Create large circles. Really try to imagine carving a circle into the air. And whenever you're ready, we'll just reverse the cycle. Making sure the only movement is coming from the hip crease. Okay, exhale, release the leg, sit the hips back onto the heels, and spread through all 10 toes. So reach back with your hand, try and get the pinky toes to touch the earth. And whenever you're ready, just walk the fingertips forward and release the forehead to the mat. Maybe rock side to side, finding a nice shoulder stretch here. Just move your body in a way that feels good. Moving freely, making this your own practice. We're going to spread through all 10 fingertips and peel the hips up and back towards the sky. Find your first downward facing dog. Since it's our first down dog, option to move in any variation of movement or stillness. So that could mean pedaling it out through the heels, maybe wagging our dog's tail, shaking the hips a little bit, melting the heart to the mat, or just maintaining stillness. On the inhale, we're going to gaze between the palms, step it up, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time, and shoulders roll up, back, and down. Find your Tadasana shape here, so ground down through all four corners of the feet. You're going to tuck in the navel and draw down the tailbone, shoulders rolling up, back, and down, fingertips engaged, palms facing front, and lift through the crown of the head. Okay, and we're going to inhale, arms come up overhead, Hasta Tadasana, and exhale, fold forward, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, spine lifts halfway, gazes front, and exhale, plant the palms and step the right foot back. We're going to lower the back knee and inhale, look up, low lunge. Sinking deep into the hip creases here. Just going to start to stretch it out. Exhale, step it back to plank. Inhale, shift the weight forward, and on the exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, step it back, find your downward facing dog. Okay, we're just here for about one breath, and we're going to inhale, right leg comes up and planted between the palms. Lowering on the left knee, we inhale to gaze up, stretching the hips. And exhale, step the left foot up, forward fold. We're going to inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale, palms at the side, finding your Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up. Same thing on the other side here. So we're just going to exhale, forward fold, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, spine lifts up halfway. And exhale, plant the palms, step the left foot back, lowering on the back knee. Inhale, gazes up. And exhale, step it back to plank. Inhale, shift the weight forward here. And exhale, release your knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Sliding forward, we'll meet in cobra. And exhale, send it back, finding your downward dog. Neck is hanging loose here. We're just going to inhale, left foot comes up between the palms. Lowering the back knee, inhale to look up. And exhale, step the foot up in your forward fold. Breathing here, we inhale, take it up, Hasta Tadasana, arms come up overhead. And exhale, finding your mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up overhead, maybe a slight back bend up top, and exhale, fold it forward, hinging at the hips here. We're going to inhale, spine lifts halfway, and exhale, plant the palms and step both feet back to plank. Inhale, shifting the weight, and exhale, full chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin, your variation. Inhale to up dog or cobra, and exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Just breathing here for a moment, trying to find your shape, going through your alignment cues. We inhale, right leg comes up here, and exhale, knee to nose as we plant the right foot in between the palms. Here we're going to pivot on the back foot to where it's parallel to the back edge of the mat, 90 degree in the front leg as we windmill the arms up, finding your warrior two position. So a strong stance here, we're going to stack the knee over the ankle in the front leg, and the outer edge of the back foot is grounded. We're going to tuck the tailbone and shoulders melt away from the ears. Breathing deep here. Sinking into the pose, finding your shape, making it your own practice. Okay, inhale, sink a little deeper, and exhale, straighten the front leg. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips as far forward as possible, and exhale, release the fingertips to the inside of the front foot, finding your Trikonasana, triangle pose. So strong stance in the legs, both legs are straight here. If this is too much for you, option to put a block under your fingertips, or just place your fingertips on the shin. We're really opening the hip here. Open heart to the sky. Gazes up at the fingertips. Tucking the tailbone. Strong foundation. We breathe deeply here. Lengthen through the crown of the head. And inhale to come up. Flipping the front palm. Reaching the fingertips forward and up back towards the sky. Finding your reverse Trikonasana. So a nice juicy side stretch here from the toes to the hip flexor, to the shoulders to the fingertips. Our gaze is in the elbow crease, and we breathe. Back hand is on the back thigh here to support. And on your next exhale, we'll take the palms down to frame the foot. Pivoting on the back foot here, we're just going to step it back and find your plank pose. Move through your Vinyasa, so either full chaturanga or your variation. And inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips come up and back, engage the core here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, left leg comes up. Knee to nose, plant the left foot in between the palms. Pivoting on the back foot, parallel to the short edge. We're going to take the arms up to a T, warrior two on the other side. So neutral spine here. Growing tall from the sit bones to the crown of the head. Shoulders stay away from the ears, and we're reaching forward and backwards. Making sure not to collapse to the inside of the front knee. We're going to sink deeper here into our warrior two. So gaze is at the fingertips. We're going to inhale, sink a little deeper, and exhale, straighten the front leg. Finding your Trikonasana. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips as far forward as you can, and exhale, release them to the inside of the front foot. Option to take a block here, or fingertips on the shin if this is too much. Open the chest towards the sky and tuck the tailbone in here. Shoulders are stacked, gaze is up. Strong foundation. We breathe. Whenever you're ready, we're going to inhale to come up and find your reverse Trikonasana. So flipping the front palm and take the fingertips up to the sky and backwards. So the back palm is supporting on the back thigh. And we find a nice, yummy side stretch from the toes to the hip flexor, to the shoulder, to our fingertips. Engage the entire side body, keeping the gaze at the elbow crease. Breathe into it, sending prana to our left side. Whenever you're ready, we'll exhale, palms frame the foot, and step it back to find your plank pose. Broaden through the shoulders. We inhale, shift the weight forward, and exhale, move through your Vinyasa. Option to take any variation, and we'll inhale to an up dog and meet in our downward facing dog. Shoulders melting away from the ears here, and our thighs internally rotate. Drawing down through the heels and engage all 10 fingertips. Breathing deep. Finding whatever shape feels good for you today. We're going to inhale the right leg up here. Engage the core, bring the right knee to the right tricep. And exhale, plant the foot on the outside of the right palm here. So we're going to come into a lizard pose. So you can stay up on the palms and drop the back knee. If this is too much for you, you can always take a block or a bolster for a cozier lizard. If you want to go deeper into the pose, option to lower onto the forearms. Making sure to draw the shoulder into the knee. Knee is stacked over the ankle. Shoulders away from ears and gaze between the palms. If we want a little more of a stretch, maybe some movement, we can take the back knee up and maybe rock forward and back. Just finding whatever feels good today, whatever's good for your body. Whenever you're ready, if the knee was up, you can take it back to the mat. We're going to release the pose and step it back, finding our plank. Engage the core and broaden through the shoulders. Move through your vinyasa. Inhaling to a cobra or up dog. We'll send the hips up towards the sky and back, meeting in our downward facing dog. Nice long spine here. Gaze between the ankles or the thighs, whatever's comfortable. And we're going to take the same thing on the left side. So inhale, left leg comes up. And exhale, engage the core, knee to tricep. Inhale here. And exhale, release the foot to the mat on the outer edge of the left hand. Awesome. So lizard pose on the left side. So maybe this side feels a little different. Maybe it's a little more tough to get in. Or maybe it's actually easier. So take whatever variation fits your body today. Maybe lowering on the knee. We can come to the forearms or any props if you have. Just keep the knee drawing in towards your shoulder and stacked over the ankle. Opening the heart slightly, making sure not to round through the back. We're going to sink deep into the hips here. Option to make this as passive or aggressive as you need today. If we want to take the back knee up, maybe find some movement, option to do so. Just make this your own. Whenever you're ready, we'll release the pose and find our plank. Inhale, shift the weight forward, and exhale, chaturanga to up dog. Gaze is up overhead, and exhale, tuck the toes. Send it back to your downward facing dog. Pedal it out, get comfy, find your shape. Take time to release tension from the face. And we're just going to set the right foot up here in between the palms. So pivot on both feet so that they're parallel to the short edge of the mat. Maybe the toes come slightly in. Fingertips still on the mat. We're going to inhale, spine lifts halfway, nice and straight. And exhale, draw the chin towards your mat, folding forward here. Micro bend in the knees, keeping strong and grounded through the outer edge of the feet. Maybe we take a yogi toe lock here, so peace fingers around the big toe. And just breathe deeper in your Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Whenever you're ready, we'll take our hands to our hips and inhale, straight spine to come up. From here, we're just going to shorten the stance if needed and take the toes to point outwards, about a 45-degree angle towards each corner of your mat. So we're going to come into our goddess pose here, so tucking the tailbone and opening the heart. We're going to sink into the legs here. Stacking the knees over the ankles, drawing them behind us to keep the knees safe. So an upward current of energy through the inner arches of the feet. We'll take the hands to the thighs and a twist on the right side. So whenever you're ready, drop the left shoulder towards the center. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, sink into the twist. We're going to keep the gaze up here and maintain the tuck in the tailbone in order to maintain our shape and safety in the knees. We'll inhale to undo the twist and same thing on the opposite side. So pushing away the right thigh, we drop the right shoulder in towards the center. Looking up over the left shoulder, finding your twist, making it your own. Strong stance, strong legs. Releasing all tension, we'll come back to center. Breathing here, maybe we sink a little deeper. Option to lift up all the toes. See how that changes things. And whenever you're ready, exhale, release the pose. We're just gonna straighten through the legs, pivot on the feet, plant the palms, and step it back, find your plank pose. Option to move through your vinyasa here, or if you're just a little too tired and tweaked, option to send it back to your downward facing dog. Releasing all tension from the face. The sit bones shine towards the sky, and we ground down through the heels. And whenever you're ready, slowly lower to the knees. Knees on either side of the mat. We're gonna come down to a wide-legged child's pose. Nice and yummy here. So toes are reaching towards each other. Knees spread wide. Chest is melting to the mat. Opening through the shoulders, maybe we find some movement, and rocking side to side on the forehead. Do whatever feels good for you here and now. And after a few deep breaths here, we're going to walk the fingertips back up to seated. Swing the legs around, and we're just going to come lying on our back. Knees into the chest here. Give yourself a nice hug. Begin to thank yourself for everything you've done up until this point. Either today, this month, this year. Taking time to reflect and thanking ourselves for showing up on our mats today, for truly making this practice our own. Maybe rock side to side, massage the kidneys. Release all and any tension here. And next we're going to take a happy baby. So grabbing the outer edges of the feet, we're going to shine the soles of the feet towards the sky. Just letting gravity do its work here, no forcing. Nice, restorative, happy baby. Keep the sit bones grounded to the mat, as well as the shoulders. And release this stretch. So we're going to take the feet towards the mat together, and just let the knees fall towards the outside. So we're creating kind of a diamond shape on the ground. This is Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle pose. One of my favorite restorative poses here. We're just going to breathe deeply and let gravity do its work. Maybe we take the hands to the abdomen and the chest to start our sectional yogic breathing, filling up a Buddha belly of air, followed by the chest. Exhaling the chest, then the belly. We take time to focus, realign, and restore. Breathe deep here. And whenever you're ready, we'll extend through the legs to find our final pose, Shavasana. We'll let the toes fall outward, relaxing, letting our body hang heavy, making an imprint on this earth. We'll take the hands to the sides, palms facing up, signaling to our central nervous system that we are safe. Relax all muscles from the legs to the torso to the arms. Release any tension in between the eyebrows, the cheekbones. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Letting your body hang heavy here, we return to a normal breath to find our silent Shavasana. There's always the option to pause this video and take a longer Shavasana. But whenever you're ready, we'll start to wiggle the fingertips and the toes, making small movements, starting to wake the body up again. Maybe we roll out the ankles and the wrists. Maybe stretch the arms up overhead as far high, while the toes stretch in the opposite direction. And exhale, let it go. Keeping the eyes closed, we're going to roll onto the right side into a fetal position, cradling the head with the arm, maintaining a meditative state. With the eyes closed, we'll find our way to seated. Nice, strong, straight spine here. Just coming back into reality. Breathing deeply, palms facing up. If you set an intention in the beginning of this class, take time to revisit that intention. Inhale the arms up overhead, and exhale, hands in prayer to heart center. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing your time and your energy with me via YouTube. If you guys enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and comment with any feedback. Sending you all good vibes, and I hope you kick some ass today. Peace and love.